I came across this article, somebody reshared it like on Reddit. Remember that Google actually changed its search definition of the word fascism to kind of smear conservatives. And so you've got Merriam-Webster defines the word fascism as a political philosophy, movement or regime, as that of the fascisti, that exalts nation and often race above the individual, and that stands for a centralized autocratic government headed by a dictatorial dictator, severe economic and social regimentation, and forcible suppression of opposition. The secondary definition is a tendency towards or actual exercise of strong autocratic or dictatorial. Okay, control. So this definition reflects the facts that Nazis were in fact both fascists and of the political left. They were the National Socialistic German Workers' Party, which favored a heavy-handed government and business and the personal lives of its citizens. The authoritarian government of Nazi Germany not only oppressed opposing political views and used violence to enforce it, they supported a powerful central government which heaped social benefits on its citizens. The second part of Nazism is the Socialist Party, which is very similar to what the modern American political left advocates, and I don't actually agree with that. I think that it's dependent upon where you're at, and I think we're trying to go away from labels here. And I can see that and I do appreciate people who talk to me and say, listen, that's not what we stand for. We're the real left. We're the progressives. We're against Hillary Clinton. We're against corruption. Remember, you've got the Nazism and the fascism, and the Nazis are the fascists. And you had Italy, which was, the dictator. So you've got Mussolini, and you got Stalin, and you got all kinds of crazy dictators going on in commies and things like that. But the point we're trying to get with this is that most people, not corporations,
not government
leaders, but most people,
you and me,
on the righty and the libertarian-y, they don't want an authoritarian government. They actually want the least amount of government. Okay? They don't actually, you can't just put people and say everybody on this side thinks this way, everybody on this side thinks that way. But for the most part, most of our friends are righty Republicans, hands down. And I can tell you that they just pretty much want the government left out of their lives. None of them are waking up every day, hoping for, a dictator to rise up and tell them what to do and how to lead them and do all these things. So the Trumpsters, calling the Trumpsters fascists,
it doesn't make any sense.
Unless they change the definition, and then they twist it to say an extreme right-wing authoritarian or intolerant views or practice.
You can't just change the definition of a word, Google.
Right.
You can't do that.
Right. You can't just say, all of a sudden, because people are using the word this way, we're going to change our definition of it. Okay.
Which is why Leah and I, a friend of ours, for my birthday last year, bought us the 1828 Webster's Dictionary. Fantastic. We actually go to that often because they do.
I don't even think that word is in there.
Words over the years.
Right.
Okay, they do morph them, but an actual literal changing of it, a 180 of a word.
You can't say.
You can't do that.
You can't keep calling a cow a horse, and then change definition because everybody keeps calling a cow a horse. Now it's all of a sudden. And then you're in your brain, you got both definitions.
Yeah.
So now you got a horse cow.
Yeah, that could get
So now you got these
scary.
right-wing fascists who are now Italian dictators.
Yeah.
But they're not.
Right.
And so I have to tell you, the Hillary Clinton campaign has done a really good job.
They're the masters of spin, and they confuse your brain. It's crazy.
Millions of people.
Get them out of your head.
To hate Trump supporters, to fervently hate them. We don't hate people who voted for Hillary Clinton. I know people. They are my friends.
We have these clients. God love them. I don't even know if they follow us on our Resistance Chicks or whatever. If you do, please don't take offense to this. But they're Christians. but they are very liberal people, and we have been in conversations with them.
They hated Hillary Clinton at the first, but they knew that I think they ended up.
And they bring up things, and Leah and I just.
Yeah, we'll find a way. We
would find whatever we could way to spin something to make it so that we could bridge that gap with a smile on our face.
Because we actually do, and we talk to them and we love them because you know where we meet. We meet on food and organics.
Yes.
And they're kind and they're generous and they're loving people.
Yes.
I love them dearly. I'm telling
Love
you,
them.
I love them.
But what I'm saying is, if I can listen to that stuff, and I got to tell you, deep inside, I am like, you are so wrong. You are wronger than wrong. Like, I know my own name. You're wrong. Okay? And I can still smile, and we can still be friends. I can still respect that they are good people.
Exactly.
And it's that simple. You don't have to have this violence.
I'm not going to come up to them and say, "You're a fascist Nazi. Did you vote for Hillary Clinton?
Yeah.
I am writing you off my list. I will never speak to you again in my speaking life. You're despicable and not even worth speaking to. I'm just gonna come up all kinds of adjectives and just call you whatever I want. The worst things I can think of. I'm just gonna call you bunt scum because you voted for Hillary Clinton."
Right.
No, not really. I judge people on their actions. How do they act? Are they kind?
Well, this
Are
one
they
guy
generous? Are they loving?
And for our regular viewers, I'm sorry if we keep bringing this up, but this is a new thing that's happened to Resistance Chicks, and we do want to incorporate, and we are really trying. We're going to try to bridge this gap while still being, just more or less just be sensitive, but not altering any of our truths. There were some comments on Caitlin's sharing of this, and there was this one guy who kept going, he's like, "But have you seen their videos? I don't know how you can support them. I mean, did you see their videos?" So, since we've already addressed how you can we can put ourselves into your shoes, for 1 second, just on this is the best thing I can think of. Let's take abortion just for an example, okay? I can understand how you guys really do feel that a woman's right to choose what happens to her life for the rest of her life is so important to you. I feel that, okay? But to get angry and fervently angry at people that feel that the murder of children trumps that, to get angry at that, whether you agree with it or not, you have to realize that the heart and the motivation behind people that feel that murder of children is wrong, of infant babies, they're not really babies, that doesn't matter in this argument. The heart of the person that feels that it is a real life, that is where we can come together. Listen, I understand. I may not agree with you. I may not think that really is a baby in the womb. Whatever. It's not a real human life yet. But I can understand that if you thought that it was, then that would be really awful. So I can see that. Come there with us.
And actually,
go there.
Have you seen
Let's
some
do
of
that.
our viewers have said that?
Exactly. And so those are places where we can meet together. And that's what we want to do here now that Caitlin has brought this to the front, where we can at least start, because why? It's all about bringing down the deep state, baby. Because then we can get back to the discussions, okay, amongst ourselves.
Right now, your vote doesn't even matter anyways.
You put your truth out there. We're going to put our truth out there, okay? But
there are times when our truths hit like this.
Yeah.
We're saying the exact same thing. Monsanto, organics, vaccines a lot of times.
Deep
state, Federal Reserve, big banks, big crony capitalism, corporations, corporatism. I mean, seriously.
So we're only going to be going over the kind of different areas where we can bridge probably for a few more days, I think. So our regular viewers, just stick with us. Because we do want to incorporate you guys and to let you understand who we are, what we think, what we believe in, how we can come together to take down the deep state, which is ultimate for everyone.
And you know what? I don't expect them to be watching some of the videos. If you read a title and you don't think you'll be interested, just don't watch.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. It might be X-rated for you because we're so wholesome. All right, you guys. I think that rounds us up with the Webster Dictionary fascism thingy.
Don't watch any videos about the Muslims. It might hurt your head.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. We only bring truth. We don't spew hatred. We don't spew racism.
But I want to tell you guys something, okay? If I know that a movie is going to have a dirty scene in it, we don't even watch kissy scenes. Oh, shocking. Like, if a kissy scene comes up on the screen, we turn away, we cover our eyes. That's just who we are. We just don't do it.
That way.
All right. So if there's a movie that, and I know it's going to be bad, and I'm going to be offended by what I see, and it's going to have a lot of F-bombs and a lot of curse words, and I don't want to hear it, guess what? I just don't watch it. I just don't watch it.
Or
you know what? And you know what? I get in the middle of one, and it's got all that, I shut it off. I've wasted my $2 at the red box, but guess what? This is free for you. So you can shut it off. You haven't wasted any money.
Fast forward. Go to the next one.
And we do. We fast forward a
There
lot.
might be something better.
Exactly. All right, you guys, so this is Leah Michelle signing off for Resistance Chicks, where it's not just a conspiracy theory. If it's the truth, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Mass Faith 3 and Resistance Chicks. Ring that bell for notifications. Find us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. We love you. God loves you. And this rounds off our videos for today. They'll probably not get up until tomorrow, but we love you anyway, and you love us.
So many hours of viewing for you people. How are you going to get through them?
I don't know. They get upset at us, actually. They're like,
It's
I can't
too
keep
many.
up. There's
It's
too many hours.
Too much time.
I can't. I don't want to miss an episode.
Maybe we won't film tomorrow.
I haven't got time.
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
We love you. God loves you.
Bye-bye.
God bless.
I was cold all alone, no place for home every day, so afraid, but you called my name.